The Russian President Vladimir Putin has visited the western Russian region of Kursk for the first time since Ukrainian forces seized some territory in the region. Putin heard a report from Valery Gerasimov, who is the head of the Russian General Staff, who told him that Ukrainian troops in the Kursk region were now surrounded. Putin also said that forces should completely liberate the region from the Ukrainian troops as soon as possible. The Kremlin has stated that Russian troops are successfully advancing in Russia's western Kursk region and recapturing villages from Ukrainian forces there. The Russian Defense Ministry said that its troops had retaken 5 settlements in Kursk near the Ukrainian border, as Moscow pushes to eject Kyiv's forces, who seized a slice of the region in a cross-border incursion last August. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has hailed a meeting between the US and Ukraine this week aimed at ending the conflict and said a proposed ceasefire could be used to draft a broader peace deal. Zelensky added that the Jeddah meeting had helped de-escalate tensions between the US and Ukraine after the White House clash between him and President Donald Trump last month. The United States said it was resuming military aid and intelligence sharing with Ukraine after US and Ukrainian officials agreed in Saudi Arabia on a 30-day ceasefire with Russia.
Especially when we speak about the occupied territory.
US President Donald Trump has said that US officials were heading to Russia to discuss a US-Ukraine agreement on a proposed 30-day pause in fighting and a pathway to peace talks. Trump said it was now up to Russia after Ukraine agreed to a ceasefire following more than 8 hours of talks with US officials in Saudi Arabia. When asked if he would take any action to pressure Russia, Trump said he could impose financial measures, which would be very bad for Russia. However, he added that he doesn't want to do that because he wants peace.
People are going to Russia right now as we speak, and hopefully we can get a ceasefire from Russia. And if we do, I think
U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has announced the U.S. would engage with Russia about the 30-day ceasefire agreement reached with Ukraine. Rubio urged Russia to seriously consider ending hostilities, warning that a negative response would force the U.S. to reassess its stance. He emphasized that Russia's response would reveal its true intentions. Rubio also stressed that there is no military solution and Ukraine needs. He confirmed Washington's ongoing engagement with a proposal, highlighted Ukraine's demand for security guarantees and the return of detained children.
There's a real chance of peace. If their response is no, it would be highly unfortunate and it would make
The Kremlin has said that it needs to be briefed by the US on the results of the US-Ukraine talks in Saudi Arabia before commenting on the proposed ceasefire in Ukraine. Earlier, Ukraine announced its readiness to support a 30-day ceasefire from the United States. US officials Marco Rubio and Mike Waltz will inform Russia of the discussions. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov mentioned the possibility of a quick phone call between Presidents Putin and Trump if necessary.